What's up guys, SimplyCoco here. So welcome back to my channel with another speed build. I'm laughing because this is the third time I've tried to record this voiceover. I've done it twice and for some reason my voice isn't lining up to the footage, and it's so weird because I'm literally watching it back as I record it, and for some reason the voiceover ends up being longer than the video itself, and then that makes it not line up, and I don't know what's happening. But here we are doing it again. So this is just a minimalistic micro home is what I'm calling it. It's very small. I'm building in Windenburg. Right now I'm just doing the exterior. Since yesterday was Easter, I just decided to do something, short, sweet, and to the point. So that's what this is. And also I've been having like a lot of builder's block and not really finding much inspiration. So yeah, I finally understand what some of these sim YouTubers go through. This is, I am building from reference. You won't see the photo because for reasons, but excuse me, but I am building from reference. These windows, it took me so long to figure out what windows I wanted to use. And then I really wanted to put a window over the door, but it would glitch out the door and all this other ridiculous stuff. So I ended up going with, not those are base game. I ended up going with these from Island Living because even though it's small, I really wanted it to still look, very modern. And I feel like the modern aesthetic kind of matches with the idea of minimal. But as you can see, I'm only using 26 tiles out of 32. I actually was using 30 tiles and made it even smaller. But I do end up bumping the bathroom out another 3 tiles just so it can be more of a functioning bathroom. Now I'm pulling out a whole bunch of different things from debug. I just throw it out there and then deal with it later. I do go ahead and do the landscaping that has to be up close to the house because I want to put it on a foundation, and as we all know, if we put it on a foundation and then try and do the landscaping is going to rise to the level of the foundation, and that's absolutely stupid. But if you build in The Sims, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of be chilling and just kind of talking about what I see. Because like I said, this is the third time I've tried to record this and I'm kind of over it. I put down these stones from Get Together and I thought it ended up looking really cute, especially when I put this staircase. But I ended up having to change them out for some that are in debug because those stones are apparently supposed to go in a pool or a fountain or something. So when I went in live mode to take the screenshots, there were bubbles literally floating in midair coming from those stones. So you may see the ones I end up with in the screenshots, but yeah, it does not end up being those. Yeah, now I am going into the interior. I use these lights from University, I believe, or Seasons. I think they're the ones from University, because the ones in the photo, they were like dome-like, but the only ones we have are from Dine Out, so I didn't really like them. But I went with these counters from Parenthood because I needed something with like a lighter tone and a white top. I could have used the ones from Island Living, but I decided not to because I use those a lot in my more modern builds. And then these had like a lot of drawers, so I figured with this being a tiny place, they would need a lot of storage like that. If I pause for a second, it's because I'm looking at the time on my voice recording and the time on the video just to make sure they're matching up, because I don't know how my voiceovers are ending up being longer than the video itself when I'm literally watching the video as I do them. If anyone knows for whatever reason why this could be happening, I will take your advice or whatever. But as you can see, I did bump out the bathroom, and it becomes a full on bathroom. It has a full, you know, by itself shower, so not just the little tiny one from university. And then I put a toilet and a basin. If you don't know, a basin is a sink that you don't have to put down a counter and then put the sink on it. It's just already kind of all in one, like you see here. A minute ago, you saw me putting a mini fridge, and that's because I wanted to put a mini fridge. That way I can put the microwave on top of it and then squeeze in what is it called? An oven, so that they could like cook full meals. But then I realized, oh, they still don't have even if I did that, they still wouldn't have a surface to cook on because one of them has to have the sink on it. So instead, I just left the full fridge and put a microwave on the counter. So they can't cook a full meal, but they can have one hell of a quick meal. So that's that. And I say they, but I imagine this. When I was first building this, I didn't really see any particular sim living in it, because like I said, I was just building it because I saw it. It was tiny. It was going to be quick and fast and simple. But then as I was doing my first voiceover, not even the second one, I kind of had this idea that it's a young girl who is a writer, but she writes for a fashion magazine. And she wanted to, you know, live this minimal life in a microhome. So she moved to Windenburg, and she's doing that. And maybe she works in San Myshuno or something. So that's why I gave her these like fashion magazines next to her bed. I was going to go with that plant, but I didn't like the color of it. So I went with this one. You probably saw it really quickly. Literally the only clutter I put in the kitchen was those cookbooks that I put on top of the fridge. And then I do end up putting another base game plant next to the sink. Now I'm just doing this tiny dining area. It has 2 chairs, but she would mostly be by herself. You could have 2 Sims living here if you'd like. I'm pretty sure there's a scoot over thing where you could just assign both sides of the bed, and the person that sleeps closest to the wall, they would have to get in first and then scoot over. A lot of things I use in here obviously came from Tiny Living. The only paintings I use came from Tiny Living. There's 1 over the bed, and then there's 2 in the bathroom. Now I am doing the outside landscaping, just trying to make it blend into its surroundings. So like I've said in almost every video, the best way to do that is to look and see what's around, and then go into debug, filter by, like if I'm in Windenburg, so I filtered the debug menu by get together because that's what pack Windenburg came in, and then you'll find all the stuff that surrounds it. Now I'm just putting like these sandy bits because there was like sand around, so I just did that to make the lot blend in more. And now I'm moving on to the deck, and in the photo there was a table with 2 chairs, but I couldn't get it to fit, so I end up getting rid of it completely and just going with this black chair that I think, if it's not base game, it's from Cats and Dogs. But then I realized, oh, it's only 29 tiles, so I really could have bumped that deck out 2 more to make it bigger and fit an entire table. But I just left the 1 chair. There's also, I didn't put any trash cans, and I didn't put a mailbox, but I did do that once I realized when I went to go take the screenshots. I put some storage over the cabinets, and that's pretty much it. The time is lining up, so hopefully this works, and the screenshots are rolling. So I will see you all in the next one. Bye!